Hello, everyone. Let me turn that music down just a little bit. How's this sounding? Check, check, check. Might need to turn the music up a little bit more, but I'll see once I get into it. But hello everyone, welcome back. I am Darby Hallman from Nerds at Large, and this is part 2 of my replay of Final Fantasy VII, the original game, ahead of the Final Fantasy VII Remake that I cannot freaking wait for. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, and that's why I'm excited to replay through this Midgar section and kind of closely analyze all the things that might change in the remake or be expanded upon. And this is part 2. I'm hoping to get this all done before the release date of April 10th. And I will like since I recorded part 1, a lot of stuff has happened in the world for sure. And yeah, I'm sorry it's taken me a little bit longer than expected to get to this part 2. But boy do I like, I'll be honest, I really need this game. I was obviously super excited for this game anyway, but now with just everything that's going on in the world and all the uncertainty and kind of anxiety, I'll be honest, I mean, maybe it sounds bad or something, but Final Fantasy VII Remake is kind of something that I've been looking on as something in the horizon to look forward to. That, you know, despite everything else going on in the world, there is this thing that, like, I'm just so excited for, this kind of escape that I can look forward to in April. And I'm not trying to make it sound like there are people who are, with the coronavirus and all the economic fallout that's happened, there's other people that have been affected way more than me, and obviously I in no way want to like take away from that in any way, but I think this is a hard time for all of us in different levels, and it is cool to have video games to fall back on. And this is, you know, with all the anxiety that we're all feeling, that I'm feeling, you know, what better way than playing your favorite game of all time and looking forward to just seeing my childhood dream game just kind of realized in this bonkers way that I never ever in a million years expected. So I am so excited. Sorry for getting kind of real and sentimental there, but I mean, this game means a whole lot to me, and I think it means a lot to a lot of people, as you've clearly seen over the last bit leading up to this game. So I'm ready for it. I'm really ready for it. I must say, I'm not really loving this purple that I chose last time. I was just trying to like mix it up and choose something different, but yeah, it's kind of hard to come on. So I wish you could just go default, to be honest. I know I'm a loser. I don't feel like the black either. Let's just go with some sort of deep blue. It's probably not going to look quite as good as the default, because I think that that's just good for reading the text and everything else. I just think that the blue just kind of works a little better. Alright. Okay, so when I did this last, we had done the first bombing mission and we had gone to the Sector 7 slums. So still pretty early on in this game. We didn't do a ton last time. Hopefully, maybe I can stream a little bit longer this time. I am probably going to be skipping a lot of the battles because I'm not really Okay. I was hearing myself talk, so it was kind of hard to talk. I just wanted to make sure the music was okay. I'm going to be skipping a lot of the battles and everything here because I'm not really playing this to have the true Final Fantasy VII experience. I'm more just wanting to, like, go through and just kind of analyze things and, like, look at it in the context of the remake. So not really going for a hardcore experience today. So... yeah, that'll be fun. Alright, so let us move on, shall we? What? This game's so weird. I'm definitely excited to see how they, because I think, you know, from what I remember, this second bombing mission is very, very similar to the first. Like, I think when you get in there, it looks pretty much identical. I'm sure that it's going to be kind of more distinct between each other in the remake. I feel very sure about. And just from the demo, Barrett and Cloud's relationship is like so much better. It's crazy. And even stuff like this is just very cartoony. I can already see in the remake where it'll still be kind of bombastic and crazy, but I could see this like confrontation between Barrett and this random Shinra employee being a lot more intense, and you'll have to deal with you'll have to see that Barrett is kind of like so blindly against Shinra that he takes it out on anyone who's related with Shinra, and doesn't stop to think like, hey, this is an authoritarian regime that like completely controls this entire city. This guy probably feels like he has no choice because he has to make money for his family. You know, where else is he gonna work? You know, not Barrett is kind of an extremist where he thinks that if anyone is not just as much of a freedom fighter as he is, then they must be the enemy. And I really hope that the remake kind of does more to challenge that line of thinking, to be like, you know, Barrett is fighting, he means well, but his methods are not quite great. This man's crying. I can't tell. Boing, boing, boing. It's also worth noting, anyone watching this, I have obviously seen all the trailers and everything through when the demo was released, but I know there's been like a making of video and several other releases of like videos and screenshots. I have started to go on media blackout for this. I'm just worried because they keep showing stuff like weekly of this game at this point, and I'm definitely concerned about seeing too much. So I'm officially blocking out everything. I know you can get items here. Let me see if I can remember where or the guy will try to steal your shit. Nice. This is the one where the guy will steal from you. I really hope they keep the guy trying to steal your potion. Or your money. Oh, no. Let me talk to the guy. Let me talk to him. I've never run out of time. I guess I just have to walk a long way. I don't know what happened. I couldn't talk to the guy. I guess maybe I chose the wrong dialogue option there. Huh. Yeah, I've never had to jump off that early before. That kind of sucks. I forgot if there's much more to that thing in the further carts. So that kind of sucks. Sorry, I was so caught up. I didn't want to lose those coins. I knew that was a thing. Make sure it said offline. Okay. Stream's still going. The thing just was freaking out. Okay. I know we've seen like little bits of the train thing. I think just in some of the trailers. That's really weird that they all like go into Barrett there and then Barrett just turns into the cloud. It's really weird. Can we like... Huh. Is there something this way? Alright, we can go fast. We'll do this fast. I wonder if there's something all the way down here. And we've seen some clips. Okay, interesting. They can't see the guy just standing right there. Damn. Yeah, so we've seen some of this whole like subway station. I'm almost certain we've seen some screenshots of this, and it does look like crazy. Funny, I've never done that. I wonder what happens if you stay there though. Yeah, like I said, the subway station definitely looks pretty darn crazy from the things I've seen. And that's what people just wonder, how they make this into a full game. It's taking every single environment, like this was just like a metal tunnel basically, and you turn this into an entire section of the game. Like there's probably going to be like different alcoves that we can go in, and potentially even side stories that involve things in here. It's just I really do think like every little passageway is going to become like what you would consider in a chapter of a fully fledged game. It's just, you gotta kind of change the way that you think about this entire game. It's wild. Alright, whatever, it's not worth it. I don't think much is gonna happen from that. Speedy boy. Yeah, Cloud is actually the Flash. He is Barry Allen. Barry Allen exists in every timeline known to man, so it makes sense that he would be here. Time to jump through the chute. We won't be able to come back for all those grunts that we could fight in here. See, just this choice of do we go down yet might actually matter in the remake, because there might be things to miss back there. And music. I don't think this is not a song that we've heard yet, which I really like this song. It's just Final Fantasy VII. Just the entire soundtrack is my favorite soundtrack of all time, and it just has this like grimy feel to it. Doo doo. It's weird. I like it though. And even this, like, I think there's a lot of places you can walk here, but most of it, there's really nothing to do. Which will make it very interesting. It's okay, Jesse, we forgive you. Especially now because the remake has made us actually care about you. Alrighty. Let us onward. Everybody's playing Animal Crossing. I sure wish that I was someone who enjoyed Animal Crossing, because like the stress and anxiety of the time, like Animal Crossing seems perfect for it. Like the feeling that everyone gets from Animal Crossing is a feeling that I need in my life right now. Unfortunately, I am just not compatible with that game. Like just everything about it just seems boring to me, and I wish it didn't, but that is just the case. Sad. Should maybe turn the music up a little bit. Let's try that. Even further. Y'all gotta hear this music. Sorry, I'll make sure I get this right. I want y'all to hear me, but this is an important game to get the music for. Alright, hey, this is me talking over the music. Alright, I think that works. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, it's A reactor is identical to the last one. Which, yeah, that's weird, and I have to imagine things might be a little different in the remake. Compulsive saver is me. As you can see, all up there. I am a madman. This is who I am. So I think, yeah, this is going to be different. This is where we're actually going to see Sephiroth, I'm sure, in the original game. And maybe we'll see some of this too. There's a cool thing about the storytelling in Final Fantasy VII is it's just very weird and cryptic, and they tell you the story in just the pace, like in these weird random times, like on their own terms. Like obviously if they just dropped the story at once, it wouldn't have as much impact. But I'm sure especially people playing in the 90s, when like that scene happened, they're like, what the hell is going on? Because they just show you these little glimpses that you don't quite get yet. And I hope the remake doesn't lose that in its attempt to set everything up earlier, because they're going to try to set up Sephiroth as a main villain in a much bigger way, since this is going to be the only game you're playing at the time. And it does something I'm slightly concerned about, is it losing that like mystery and mystique about the story. Because it's telling you too much, you know. I still want it to be cryptic, but then you also, I mean, you stand people to say like, to be like, it frustrates me with a lot of things when people like, if people would play Remake and then be mad when the story doesn't like completely resolve and have this like tight, nice ending. People do the same thing for like the middle movie on a trilogy or something. And I'm like, why? Like that middle movie doesn't need. People will say like, oh, it doesn't hold up on its own as a single. Like the story doesn't work as a single contained movie. I'm like, of course it doesn't. It's the middle of a story. Why would it? Like that's always been a weird hang up that people have. That like every single story told, if it's in a single movie or something, or a single game, a single book, it must like completely stand on its own without the other two. If you're telling a story across multiple parts that just happen to be in multiple different works instead of like chapters of a work, I don't get it. Like that's the whole thing with cliffhangers, is that like, you know, it's the middle story or it's the beginning part of a story. It's not supposed to all resolve because you're supposed to play all of them, and that just makes sense to me. But, random tangent. Alright, we'll get into a few battles. Yeah, definitely want to at least get in some battles just to see enemy types too that we maybe haven't seen yet, because they've shown us decent amount of enemies, but there's still obviously a whole lot more they haven't shown us yet. And here, yeah, this is something that people talked about. Apparently this whole minigame, quote-unquote minigame, is still in the remake, which, yeah, they could have changed this. This was kind of always a dumb thing. You have to try to time this. If you were doing this in reality, it would not be that hard. You just be like, alright, 1, 2, 3, but they just, yeah. It's just not a very fun or great minigame. So that didn't necessarily need to come back, but oh well. Alright. It's time. I don't know who the hell you are. Loaded. Wonder if that animation is added later to like side thing there. Yeah, so we have obviously already seen the dialogue, like I love it. It's charming. I love it from my childhood, but it's so like kind of simple and just kind of like send it. It's not very fluid. And obviously we've seen this now, and I think the whole hologram aspect makes a whole lot more sense than President Shinra just showing up here, like in person, when you literally have a man with a gun arm that could just go and then your president's dead. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him to actually be here. And just the whole hologram thing just definitely fits with the whole like futuristic dystopian thing that he would use this like outlandish giant hologram to talk to you. It just makes sense. And you're not even worth him getting up out of his office. I have to attack from the back, which Cloud's about to do. Forgot about that. I wonder if there's some element of that still in the thing. Should have given Tifa some magic. Forgot if he has what all he has. I mean, I think he has like a big, yeah, this is probably his big move. Nope. train function not in operation. Maybe Phoenix downtime, but... Wait, did Bear not have magic either? I am not prepared. Oh, I gotta have a get out of jail free button. Was that the whole fight? Oh boy. Yeah, I think we won't even be a quarter through the fight in the remake at that point. I think we'll be sweating a lot more than we are in this one. Hey, don't die. Alright, we gotta do the beat. We gotta get the Barrett points. We're gonna go for Aerith, which if you go for Aerith in the slightest bit, you're gonna get her at the Golden Saucer. So we're not in fear of not getting Aerith, but we gotta get Papa Barrett to like us. Also, this is weird. They just had this whole conversation while he's hanging there. It's just kind of awkward. I think it'll make it a lot like I think from what we've seen in the trailer, in this moment, Sephiroth's actually showing up. So there's just gonna be so many moments where Sephiroth is introduced, like put into the narrative that it's kind of hard to predict. There she is. Hear that? Religion strengthens flowers, apparently. Religion makes you strong. Yep. Alright, see ya! And if you walk out the door, you never get Aerith. She not part of the game. Weird. You're the slum drunk. Yeah, I think we messed that up before. I didn't realize till after. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no. Actually, in this playthrough, I was gonna go for Tifa because in my main play, my other replay account, I was going for Aerith. That's why. Oh well, whatever. See, like, I know that's a very small thing. It's good. I have a very special material. It's good for nothing. I know it's very small, but like that, it does kind of show, and you definitely see in the wall market that Aerith's personality is supposed to be like like she is the outgoing one that kind of like pulls Cloud along to be like, here, let's go, and like she is very like flirty and outgoing and everything, while Tifa is kind of the more reserved, serious one. But then like Advent Children, some of the other things past that, and even some of the like drawings that they've done of Aerith after post game, makes her into this like stoic, angelic figure, and like that's not supposed to be her personality. They kind of butchered her personality in the compilation and other stuff. But from what I've seen in the remake, they kind of seem to be like nailing the what it's supposed to be. Like you see her teasing Cloud about dressing up, and all that stuff. And I think that that's a lot better. I like that version of Aerith a whole lot more. Nope, incorrect. Incorrect. It's funny that like mispronunciation or like misspelling is just carried on for so long. But we do things right around here. He's just all flexing and stuff. Weird flex, but okay. Trample on the flowers. It's like, don't let it get to you. This whole interaction is just kind of awkward. Like, this guy walks in, she's like, says one line like, don't let it get to you, and you're supposed to run forward and then run back to her. It's really weird. I like that he runs back and he's like, don't step on the flowers, even though he just did. Alright, let's see if I can get the crate stuff right. I probably can't, because I think I've looked it up a lot of other times. So I'm probably gonna fuck this up. Oh, I want to see these little dudes in HD. Yeah, we need to give you magic, because healing one is not really relevant right now, is it? Yeah, I still don't really know why limit breaks, you can't attack when you have your limit break. Like, you have to use the limit break. Should have been something you could save. And I like that it seems like in the main game, Aerith is not as much of a pushover offensively. Like in this game, she is almost pure just defense and defense only. And healing only, but I like that It's not really the case. Some no ice baby. Yeah, I was trying to remember why she couldn't follow you. It's because she can't do acrobatic jumps. So let's shoot her. We need her alive, so let's shoot her. Damn, we in a tight spot. Oh yeah, and you're supposed to tell her to run at certain types, so I'm definitely gonna screw this up. Is there a way you're supposed to be able to tell what barrel to push? Because it really doesn't seem like it. It's probably not this one. Oh, never mind. Hey! 2 for 2. Let's go. Let's go. Is it a time thing, or is it I just have to look at the barrel thing? And I can apparently get in fights up here. Without her, didn't know that. Alright, turn down a little bit more. This is another thing. I definitely think this whole thing is going to be a little different too. I'm sure it'll keep some element of pushing the barrels and stuff, but I imagine this whole chase sequence is going to be different for sure. Hey, 3 for 3. So I imagine 4 for 4. Do we do all 4 of them? Maybe we don't do all 4 of them. Hey, how about you, boy? Let's get it. But again, people who are worried about it not being goofy enough, we saw in that trailer where freaking Reno, or Rude, got Cloud by the freaking ankles and like spun him around the circle and threw him into Aerith. It's like stupid. I love it. It's like these HD crazy serious great graphics mixed with just ridiculous shit like that. Aerith, Soldier First Class. I do love, even though I choose Tifa, like when I chose Tifa when I played 2 times before, I really do like the relationship between Cloud and Aerith. Like, it's like it's kind of cool because I mean, Aerith kind of shows Cloud and Aerith's relationship kind of shows what Square Enix ended up kind of losing track of or losing sight of later on with their other games. Is that Cloud is a very emo serious character, much like a lot of other modern Square Enix games and Final Fantasy games, but they're self-aware of it back here, that he is kind of like so emo that he's cringy, because Aerith kind of like brings him down to earth, and Aerith kind of makes fun of him for that, and they have these like funny talks about the, like, you know, maybe they have what it takes to be a soldier. It's like, yeah, maybe you will or something, and it's like they both know it's not true, but it's kind of this fun ribbing each other. That, like, that kind of stuff just gets lost on like Lightning and even like Noctis in Final Fantasy 15. You just kind of, they're just so like angsty, and like that is their central thing. Is they're angsty, and that's supposed to be the central thing that makes them cool, and they're cool just because they're angsty and don't follow the rules. Cloud is like that, but they poke fun at him for it, and they're like self-aware, and I that was my biggest concern with them remaking Final Fantasy VII with modern Square Enix, was that Cloud was just going to be angsty soldier boy, tell him, and that was going to be it. But I am so I'm loving that they really do seem to understand what they were going for back here, even though I don't think they quite had the localization and everything else to nail it back here. But like, man, this vibe, they have the same vibe that they were going for back here, but with like Uncharted like presentation and polish. It's stupid. Let's go home. He's doing the wrong one. And I imagine this area is going to look different too, because it's kind of hard to even know what they were going for here. It's really just like dirt road and some rubble. Very, very interested to see, because again, like I said in the last video, just the fact that we're going to like right here when we're walking through these areas, like in between the church and Aerith's house, you'll be able to like look up. You'll be able to look up and see the plate above you, because you're in the slums right now. And that's just gonna be such a freaking cool visual, and just seeing like what is this rubble, like are these like abandoned houses, you know? Are we gonna get a sense of like that church? I imagine once upon a time there were people in that church, so like what happened, and are we gonna see like kind of the remnants of a society, like did the slums used to be a better place and some event happened that caused all this stuff to be just kind of unused rubble? Maybe they're going to explore that more, which would be super cool. Weird pipe guy. I remember you can come back and things happen. No, wrong. Sorry, I skipped it. But this guy is sick. This guy are sick. This guy are sick. Slap him. I don't remember. I know that he's like some test subject or something. Something's going on. But I don't remember exactly. It's been a long time since I played this game, and I didn't do all the secrets. I've done most of them at some point, but it's been a long time even since I replayed it. You bet. Then what? What do you want me to pick you up? And this whole area with people running shops out of like run down trailers. Oh god, he's got a Glock. You're damn right I do. Give me 3 of them. You know, I might get better stuff. I don't know. Just give me 1 for now. Give me 1 more. Okay. We move on. Dog. Alright, remake. Square Enix, you better let me pet that dog in the remake. The Can I Pet Your Dog account, this better pass the test or it's a dead game. I'll make the rules. Dead game. And, oh my god, I mean, maybe we should even just like pull up. I kind of want to like pull up the screenshots of Aerith's house. Yeah, maybe I should incorporate like pulling up some of these screenshots from the remake into this because the comparison is pretty wacky. Look at this. Alright, there's us. Let me pull it up. Just listen to the music in the meantime because I love this theme too. I can get a better picture than that. Whatever, we'll just zoom in. Alright, look at that. There's the picture for the remake, which is pretty crazy. It's a little blurry, and you have Cloud T-posing there, which is still hilarious to me. It's a little blurry, but like you can, it's crazy to see the rocks here, the sun coming in. Like you have this whole like pond here, and it doesn't look quite as like idyllic and angelic as this house, which I kind of like. I mean, this looks more like a house that would exist in these slums. Just kind of with, you have this mixture of like plants and, you know, nature and everything, but then these metal pipes and all this other stuff. It's just, oh my god, it's crazy. And then look at that, and then let me boom, boom, boom. That's wild, y'all. How is this game I know I'm so obnoxious with saying stuff like this over and over again, but how the hell is this game real? I just don't understand it. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. Alright, I ate this materia. I forgot what it is. And this potion. Cover. Don't really want to use that right now, but so you can protect Aerith. Compulsive saver. There was also the interior. I guess we can do like comparison of those two. Wait, this might be fan art. No, I think this is real. No, I think that one. Actually, that one might be fan. But this one's definitely real. Come on. Sorry. Just show me the picture. Okay. Boom. It's a little further zoomed out than the last one. Alright, there you go. There's Remake. Original. Remake, original. The lighting is just crazy with these. And the shadows, and just like, God, that looks like a roomy, very like, I don't know, rustic home. God, it's so cool. Alright, move on. Is Tifa a girl? No, she's a wildebeest. You feel bad turning her down. So we've gone all over the place with this replay. We've done Tifa and we've not done Tifa. But when I do the regular remake, I am going to be going Tifa. So let's focus on that for now. Oh, how nice. But everyone knows Jessie is best girl now. Like, oh, well, then I want nothing to do with you anymore. Yeah, Cloud. Asshole. How do controllers always get so dirty? I don't think I'm that dirty of a person, but things just get in everything. Now, will the whole sneaking out in the night to avoid Aerith, will that still be a thing in the remake? And is she still going to just like magically show up in front of you? Because I want to know what crazy acrobatics she did to get in front of you, and then I want to go back and question how she couldn't jump that gap when she can. Apparently it's like Usain Bolt in here, like sprinting and getting ahead of you. See, like, yeah, in the remake, like, literally, you had 2 sentences with her, and, like, it's done. Like, the dialogue's done. She just said, like, can you just sneak out, or whatever? Like, I imagine the remake, that's going to be a dialogue thing. You're gonna get, like, emotion from her, you're gonna get, like, the sense that she's gone through a lot, or whatever. Even if she's not completely open with you, because you get the story in a little bit. But, like, yeah, it's just like they had such little dialogue to work with to convey these things. It really is a wonder that we love this game so much, because a lot of this dialogue is so bare bones, but it's the music, it's the nostalgia, it's everything else, and I understand that. But this remake's gonna do so much for that. I mean, it was like broad daylight whenever we came here, so. Seem pretty tired. Yeah, here's where we'll see like even more. Probably see Nibelheim again. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. This sneaking out in HD. Okay. So you guys, again, my streaming stamina is not the best. I'm going to take a quick break real quick, just for a few minutes. So if you're watching live, just keep the stream open for a few minutes. I'll be right back. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm gonna put up a different image thing and just skip ahead a little bit until you see me back, and we will continue going probably for about another hour, and we'll see how long we get. So thank you. I'll be right back. Bye. Alright, hello. I am back. Let's do the damn thing. Let's sneak right on out of here. That was too loud. I guess you gotta walk around. A weird mechanic. Can't get caught. Bro. Damn. Alright, we can do it. Bum 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 bum. We did it. We did it. Congratulations to us. Alright, see, it still looks like it's daytime. Okay, maybe the sun doesn't come at all. But then how are these flowers growing? Because she's an angel, that's how, I guess. Whatever. Get me out of here. How? How? We just rounded like 2 corners. How else could she have possibly gotten there? Alright, are we gonna find the big house? The big house that tries to kill you. There it is! Yeah! Man, I wanna see this. I wanna see this in the remake so bad. It's just so absurd. I love that this game has absolutely dumb shit like this. Oops. Me using that. Oh shit, Cloud! That was very anticlimactic. There he is, and it's just a crazy like robot house man. It's ridiculous. Such a weird game. Alright, let's rush on through to the other side. What is this? What are these things? Get on the slide, Cloud. And I have a feeling they'll handle the romantic aspects really well too. Just because Jesse, they've already made everyone fall in love with Jesse in like an hour. If you said it, then... Maybe we'll get more of a story of like how Tifa got wrapped up in all that. Alright, but Wall Market is what it's like. Honestly, the place I am absolutely most excited about visiting in the remake. Look, yeah. Alright, we got it. There was the new Wall Market photo that I have to get show on here because it was just bonkers. Yeah, that what like Wall Market looks a lot different, but I'm not mad about it because jeez, I mean it does capture some of the oh, I'm not actually some of the feeling of the original one for sure, with just like the flashing lights and all the like vendors and everything, but it has this more like nightlife vibe to it that I am really digging. And you can tell that they're like, we have such good lighting and light technology, we're just gonna like, let's just make Wall Market a fucking extravaganza of lighting effects. And see all like the propaganda photos and just man how does this exist in Don Corneo's mansion? Like with just the like Japanese palace design, it's just so freaking crazy. All right, that's stuff that I maybe don't want to see. Okay, it looks bonkers, absolutely bonkers. And everyone's so like sleazy. Good looking heifer. And everyone's an asshole. So weird. Can never have too many of those. Alright. Yeah, I don't need to go through every little thing here because I think the dress sequence will take us through most of the places we actually want to go. I've played this game enough times and played it very recently that I don't want to like look at every single little thing, but just man, it's the Wall Market is one of those from what we've seen that like it's so different that it's hard to even do the side-by-side comparisons and like really get it as well. But the wall market looks phenomenal. And it was just like, there's a very cool vibe to the wall market in this original too. It's just so dirty and grungy, but really, really cool. But there's just gonna be so many more interactable things in the remake that like this, all this is kind of empty, and you see a few people walking around the last one. But whenever you see these things in the remake, there are people everywhere. It's like all these people just like walking around, like, and in the trailers it freaking looks like a Rockstar game as far as just the world is lived in and people walking around, and you see these like cheap looking chairs, people living in poverty, which is, it's just, that's crazy. All right, well, that's that. I forget how you even like get this figured out with Aerith asking you, saying like, do you actually have to go to the dress shop, I guess, to... And I want to go in these seedy bars. And this guy, like, alright, guy who really needs to pee better be back in there too. Alright, Square. I won't have none of it. Oh wait, this is the... I don't think you talked to him here to get it. Yeah, that's the dress guy, but... He won't talk to you about dresses yet. Well, you don't do it here yet. Then, how do you get this started, I wonder? I don't completely remember. Maybe the Honeybee Inn? Which we've seen how they've changed the Honeybee Inn some, which seems a lot better now. Don't bring me down to your level. Oh, it's just such a weird environment in this game and everything, but I'm probably gonna get this quest started if I can ever figure out where to go to do that, and then I'll probably do the whole cross-dressing sequence at the start of the next one. Just don't feel comfortable streaming too long. I just wanna... Maybe you're supposed to go to there first and then you go up here. Okay, yeah. I guess you just have to get a Honeybee in first. Such a weird solution. And again, that whole thing, like this whole freaking bonkers course of action was decided in like 3 lines of dialogue, and then it's like, okay, we're doing this. Whereas I'm sure the remake, this is going to be a whole thing where Cloud's like, you want me to do what? it's going to be so much more fleshed out in the remake. I am just like 100% sure of it. It seemed like our stream quality was. Yeah. All of these dialogue things are just going to hit hard. God, I cannot wait to talk about this game over and over again. Alright, so we are at the start of the cross-dressing wall market stuff. I think I'm going to call it there and do another stream very soon. We'll start with this. We'll get through this whole area of the game, and then we'll move right along to Shinra Mansion. Shinra headquarters, and get this thing knocked out. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a very good time. Everyone stay safe out there. Make sure, if you're looking for things to watch, check out our Nerds at Large content. We have our Nerds and Dragons, which is our D&D podcast that we have 9 episodes of. You can go watch that. We are not very hardcore about D&D rules and everything. It's way more of a narrative experience. It's kind of all of our first time doing this, so if you're afraid if D&D seems like too nerdy or too extreme for you, trust me, it's not. It's very laid back and cool. Nerds at Large Gaming Podcast posts every Monday. Twitch.tv/Nerds at Large Gaming is where you can watch all of our streams. Me and Jeff are going to start streaming some older games in a show that we're going to brand Late to the Party is going to be the name of that show. I think first we're going to do Mega Man Legends in honor of Mr. Kyle Bosman, who is a very big inspiration for me and Jeff. He is leaving Easy Allies at the end of April, so in honor of him, we want to play either his favorite game or one of his favorite games of all time, which is Mega Man Legends, that came out for the N64 originally. So it's an older game. We're going to play through that. And then we're going to take it from there and see. Like, we're talking about Super Mario RPG, I think is one that me and him are both super excited about. But we also have like the original Halo, Secret of Mana, a bunch of other games like that we might go through. So look forward to that on twitch.tv/NerdsLargeGaming, as well as any other random streams we might do. So I think that's it. Thank you guys so much. Can't wait for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Peace out.